Hi, welcome to Sue's yoga. I'm going to go ahead and start today's session on the ground with our turn. I'm going to turn to the side. We're going to put our toes under. It's called screaming tiger toes, but it's a great stretch for your calves. So basically, we're going to come down on our hands and knees and tuck your toes under, and then we're just going to lean back and sit here for a minute before we really start the session, because it's a great way to stretch out in the morning or in the afternoon, whenever you can. If you want to just sit down like this, great stretch for your feet and your calves. And again, if you can't get down here, you will over time, because I was only about to here for a long time, and then the more I did it, now it's really pretty easy for me to get down to here. I'd say, a few weeks, and you'd be amazed at how your muscles stretch out. And again, that's really why I'm doing these yoga classes. I'm hoping they're benefiting people, because it's over 50, but 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, if we just keep our muscles stretched, you can keep your activity, because your chances of falling or tripping or getting your hips hurt, things like that, are so much less if you keep stretched out. So I can come out of that for a minute and then go back in, because it starts to hurt a little bit. So that's why I'm putting these yoga videos together. I'm hoping to create new videos, 1 or 2 a week, and keep you stretched out and also keep you limber. So if you'd like to subscribe, that would be great. I would totally appreciate it. Okay, after this one, we're going to just take a deep breath in here. We're going to stand back up. Okay, come on out slowly, though. Release your toes. And then come on up slowly, one leg at a time. We're going to go right into standing half moon. So we're going to bend to the right. Go ahead over to your right. Breathe into your side. You want to breathe into your ribs over here. Come on up straight. You can even lean back a bit. And then lean over to the left. Come on back up. Let's go to the right one more time. Come on up straight. Lean back. Come on up. Lean to the left. You're trying to get big stretches in here. So this is going to be focused on hips and back. So it's stretching and strengthening. Okay, we're going to go right into Peaceful Warrior. So Peaceful Warrior, I'm going to just go right in. You're going to bend your right leg, bring your left leg straight. And when you go into Peaceful Warrior, you're basically stretching out the side that has the bent leg, you're stretching out. So you want to bring your right arm straight up and look up to the sky towards your right palm and get a good stretch in here on your right side. We're going to come back out of that one, and we're going to go to the left. Bend your left leg. Put your left arm up to the sky. Look up to the left. We're going to switch back and forth to these to this same pose 3 times. We're going to get our sides stretched out, which also, of course, stretches out your whole leg. Back, hips, everything gets stretched out. Okay, come on back up. We're going to switch. Go to the right. This is number 2. And if you haven't done any exercise today, if you're going to go for a walk or do something, or just this is fine. But this will stretch you out before you go. Go to the other side. This is Peaceful Warrior. We're going to do a few of the warrior balancing positions. Balancing, stretching. Okie doke. Other side, this is our last. This is number 3. And also you're strengthening this leg. So whatever you do, you're strengthening one leg generally and stretching the other at the same time. Okay, we're going to switch it. After this, we're going to go right into side angle, but first we're going to come down for a forward fold, a wide-legged forward fold. So spread your feet wide, much wider than your hips. Point them straight, and then just bend over wherever you can get. Hang on to your legs, or you can hang onto the mat, but you're going to feel a good stretch in the back of your legs. We want to do this in between the positions just to give ourselves a rest. Okay, come on up. Put your hands to the sky for a stretch. Move around a little bit. Now we're going to go right into side angle. Side angle, the difference being it's one long straight angle. So you can come here if you want to just put your right hand on your right knee and bend your knee and stretch out as far as you can. Get a good stretch in here. If you want to come down to the floor, this is the position. This is a little bit, so I get more of a stretch in my right thigh when I come to the floor. And you should too. So you're trying to focus on keeping the whole side one angle. And you want to try and breathe through all these positions. That's a big part of yoga, is getting yourself to take some deep breaths. Okay, let's go to the other side. This side, I'm just going to go ahead and, just so you remember there's an alternate version of this. And always look up towards your hand if you can. And really try and almost like just imagine yourself being pulled with a string to really get a good stretch in. You know, I never do this position during the day, like for anything. So it's a great way. I can like actually hear my back cracking a little bit. Okay, come on up. We're also going to repeat this pose 3 times. So bend your knee. Come on down. Again, go to the floor if you'd like. Look up towards your hand. I don't want to go through these too fast because I'm going to go through them smoothly, but not too fast because you want to get the stretch. And that does take it takes a moment to release the muscles. Okay, we'll switch. This is number 2. Okay, we'll go for number 3. Number 3 on the side angle. I'm going to go with my hand to the ground. It's definitely a little bit of a different stretch this way. Okay, come on up. We'll go to the other side. Okay, let's go right to the forward fold, wide-legged. Keep your legs wide. Hang here for a little bit. We're going to go into warrior three, a balancing and a strength position, similar to the side angle a little bit. You should feel a good stretch in the back of your thighs here. Okay. We're going to go into warrior three. So basically you're going to go your right foot forward, your left foot kind of facing, your right foot facing to the right and your left foot facing forward. Your right hand's going to go right down to the ground and you're going to bring your left arm up. So like this. This is warrior three. Good on your hip. Really good, a good strengthener. Now you're supposed to look up to the left, but for balance, I need to look down. This one's definitely a good balance position. Take a nice deep breath here, and we'll switch sides. We'll do this position also 3 times. We'll switch sides. Left foot straight out, this foot here. Oh. Your right arm is to the sky, and your right leg is pointing back. I can feel this in my hip. Actually, it hurts a little bit. Oh, goodness. Okay, we'll do that. We'll go for the second time. However you come into that position is fine. It doesn't have to look super smooth. Try to think of your left leg, always the leg that's extended, try to think of it as a string being pulling it. And if you can get your right leg straight, that's optimal. Okay, come on down, we'll switch sides. It's a great balancing position. And some days we're more balanced than others. And again, you're supposed to kind of look out towards the side, but I need to look down for balance. Okay, come on down. Let's do one forward fold before our last round of that one. Okay, let's go to the right. And we'll switch sides, and that will be the last time we're doing the balancing half moon. I'm sorry. The warrior three. Okay. Let's do a pyramid pose next. We're going to this is another great one for the hips. So let's go into the wide angle, come down. Then we're going to go to the long end of your mat. Keep your feet hip distance apart. Put one leg forward. Your hands go behind your back. And you're going to bend from your hips. And you're going to feel a really good pull in the whole back of your leg. This is an excellent stretch. Just gently come down. If you can get your head to your knee, that's optimal, but it doesn't matter where you go. You want to keep your head down, your eyes focused down, and you want to breathe in here. If you can keep your legs somewhat straight, if you have a micro bend in your knee or whatever you need to do, that's fine. You just want to feel a gentle pull. Nothing strong. Okay, slowly come up. Put your left foot forward, your right foot behind. Bring your head down to your left knee. And we're just going to sit in there for a minute. I can really feel a tight pull when I start this bend. So I want to go very slowly. You don't ever want to pull too hard. You just want to feel like a gentle release of your muscles. Which you will feel if you just hold in for a breath or if you just do a count slowly to 10. Any of that works. Again, let's switch. Do the right leg. Again, this is the pyramid pose, and all of these stretches are super beneficial to keep you active. I know I have quite a bend in my knee. Let's switch sides, but my legs are tight. My left side a little bit left so that's why I can keep it a little straighter. Okay. This is our last pyramid pose for this session. Next, after this, we're going to go into cat-cow. So we come down to tabletop, do cat-cow to release the back. Okay. Come on down, bring your leg back. Actually, wanting you to go right into down dog. Feels good. Pump your feet a bit. Then come on down on all fours. We're going to go right into cat-cow. Just a few times. So arch your back way up. Bring your head down. And then the opposite. Bring your head up. Arch your back down. Let's do 3 more of these. And then we're going to come into Sunbird. There's 2. 3. Sunbird is a great strengthening pose. Okay, so you're going to take your left leg back and your right leg out and think of yourself as being pulled by a string on both sides and stretch. Pull, pull. It feels really good. Okay, now after you've been up for a bit, I want you to touch your knees to your right elbow, the opposite, and come back out. Touch your knees. We'll do this 3 times. Touch your knees. Come on back out. Great for balance, great for strength. Okay, let's go to the other side. Keep it pulled out. Sit here for a breath, and then we'll do the same thing on this side. You should be warming up a bit here. Okay, let's touch elbow to knee. 2, 3. We're going to do that one more series. So right arm up, left leg back. 1, 2, 3. Switch sides. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Come into tabletop. We're going to do a child's pose to stretch out our back, and then we're going to go into down dog and plank. Okay, we're going to go into down dog. So come on up, and we'll go into plank. We're going to do this 3 times. Okay, come on down to plank. Hold this here. I'll tell you when to. I would actually, after you do this one, I want you to come down on your knees. Hold. Keep holding. Okay, I'm vibrating. I'm not that strong on my upper arms. Okay, come on down on your knees. We'll go into child's pose. My upper arms are really not that strong, and I need to kind of build some strength. Come on, we'll go back up into down dog and into plank, and this will be the number 2 time. So down dog, you can pedal your feet here too a little bit. Okay, let's go right into plank, number 2. So you want your hands right under your shoulders, and you don't want to stress them, your wrists at all. Okay, keep holding one more breath. Okay, let's go down on our knees, back to child's pose. Or whatever you find comfortable. Okay, let's go back into down dog, plank, down dog. Let's come down right into plank. Hold this here. It's a great strength builder for your stomach, your back, and your arms. I used to hate doing them, but once I read about how beneficial they are, I just do them. Okay, come on down on your knees. Oh, heavens. Okay, if you want, we can just stay in tabletop or go into child's pose if you want, or lean back into screaming tiger toes for a minute. Whatever feels good to you. And then we're going to do the low lunge. Okay, we're going to do the low lunge. So you're basically going to bring your right leg up, okay? And you're going to raise right from here. So you're going to try to stretch your left leg as back and the heel as far as you can to get a good lunge in. And come where you're comfortable. This is a great stretch for your left leg and a strengthener, of course, for your arms. Okay, come on down. We're going to go to the other side. Think about stretching out that calf. Super responsible for for foot pain, for calf tightness, also for back pain. So the more we stretch out our legs and hips, the better off you'll be. Okay, now we're just going to go right into the pigeon. So basically, from this position, you can bring your right knee into your right wrist and put your foot at a 45-degree angle and either come down on your elbows or stay up, wherever it's comfortable. The goal here is to stretch out right here. So we're just going to sit in here for a minute or two, and then we're going to come back up into a seated position for a very small stretch in our hips for the end of class, for the end of the session. Okay, let's switch sides. Do pigeon on the other side. Just bring your left leg to your left wrist. Put your foot at a 45-degree angle and sink in, stretch out your right leg. Sink in and get a stretch in your left hip. Okay, come on up to a seated position. Put your right leg in front of your left, just like this. And your right hip should be a little bit looser, and your left hip. Try to just sit up straight here. Take a deep breath in. Take another deep breath in. We're going to switch sides, and this will be the last move of our class. Take one more deep breath in here. Thank you very much for joining. And again, I'm going to continue these strengthening, stretching poses so you can stay active, I can stay active, doing whatever it is we want to do. And it's subtle, these little subtle stretches, but they make all the difference in the world. Thank you so much for joining. Have a great day.